Here's something that blew my mind. The average person spends over $2,000 per year on coffee, but most of us have no idea what we're actually drinking or how to make the perfect cup. Today, we're exploring how this daily ritual might be the key to transforming our entire day.
That's fascinating. And it reminds me of this incredible transformation happening at RFA Coffee. They're completely revolutionizing how people think about their morning cup.
You know what's really interesting about RFA? They're not just selling coffee, they've developed this whole philosophy about coffee being the anchor of your day. But here's my question. Is this just clever marketing? Or is there something deeper going on?
Well, their approach is actually backed by some serious science. Studies show that creating mindful morning rituals can reduce stress levels by up to 43% and increase productivity throughout the day.
Hmm, that's pretty compelling. And I noticed they're doing something unique with their roasting process. What's the story behind their precision roasting technique?
Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. They use computer controlled roasters that can adjust temperature within zero point 0.1 degree increments, which is about 10 times more precise than traditional roasting methods.
That level of precision is incredible. But let's talk about these premium beans they're using. How much difference can the source really make?
The difference is actually dramatic. Their beans come from microlots at specific altitudes. We're talking farms at 4,000 to 6,000 feet, where the slow growth produces up to 30% more complex flavor compounds.
You know what fascinates me? Their herbal elegance and floral blends line. It seems like they're bridging this gap between traditional coffee and something entirely new.
That's exactly right. They've identified that about 40% of coffee drinkers also regularly drink herbal teas, so they're creating these innovative hybrid experiences.
Speaking of experiences, let's talk about their merchandise line, from beans to threads. It's interesting how they're expanding beyond just coffee.
Their market research showed that coffee enthusiasts are 3 times more likely to identify with lifestyle brands that align with their values. The apparel line has actually grown 200% year over year.
That's remarkable growth. And their email subscription service, it seems like they're building this whole community around coffee appreciation.
The numbers are impressive. Their subscriber base has a 92% retention rate, which is almost unheard of in the specialty beverage industry.
Let's dive into their sustainability practices because that seems to be a huge focus for them.
They've implemented this comprehensive program that's reduced their carbon footprint by 45% in just 2 years. Plus, they've developed relationships with farmers that ensure 30% higher wages than fair trade minimums.
That's significant. You know what I'm really curious about? Their seasonal offerings. How do they develop these specific blends for different times of the year?
It's quite sophisticated. They track seasonal flavor preferences across regions and combine that with harvest timing from different hemispheres. Their autumn blend alone took 8 months to perfect.
That level of dedication is impressive. But here's what I really want to know. How do they make all this accessible to the average coffee drinker?
Through their starter kits, which have been incredibly successful, they've found that 85% of customers who try the starter kit become regular customers within 3 months.
Those are compelling numbers. And their approach to education seems really thorough. They're not just selling coffee, they're teaching people how to appreciate it.
Right. Their tasting workshops have a 98% satisfaction rate, and participants report being able to identify an average of 12 distinct flavor notes after completing the program.
You know what's really striking about all this? They've managed to elevate coffee without making it pretentious. That seems like a difficult balance to strike.
The data supports that. Their customer surveys show that 89% of customers feel more knowledgeable about coffee, but 95% say the experience is approachable and welcoming.
Looking toward the future, what do you think this means for coffee culture as a whole?
Well, industry analysts predict that the specialty coffee market will grow by 150% in the next 5 years, with companies like RFA leading the way in education and appreciation.
It really seems like we're at this turning point where coffee is becoming more than just a morning necessity. It's becoming this whole cultural movement.
And the impact goes beyond just taste. Studies show that mindful coffee rituals can improve mental well being and daily productivity by up to 27%.
That's fascinating. So it's not just about better coffee, it's about better living through more intentional daily practices.
Exactly. And that might be RFA's most significant contribution to coffee culture, showing us how something as simple as a morning cup of coffee can transform our entire approach to the day.
Well, this has certainly changed how I think about my morning coffee routine. Maybe it's time we all paid a little more attention to what's in our cups.
And remember, it's not about becoming a coffee expert overnight. It's about learning to appreciate and enjoy something that's already part of our daily lives.